A new centre-back is on the horizon for Manchester United. Nico Schlotterbeck is being linked with Man United again. What exactly is going on? My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe and run. I hope what's going on with your life is to try and learn how to earn on the internet from whoever you can access. Subscribe and let's get into it now. Reports have come in, and I think towards the end of last summer, reports had started talking about this centre back, Nico Schlotterbeck, and how Manchester United were eyeing him. And whereas their focus was more on forwards, they still knew that at some point they had to replace some of the players that are certainly not so settled. The likes of Harry Maguire, who is in the evening of his career, a senior player, wanted to be replaced with a like for like, where we know they've signed Lenny Yoro, but he's a development player. He's just a teenager, but you need a more mature player to come in there and a player considered to be ahead of the youngins. Now, Nico Schlotterbeck has been one of the hottest centre backs, I think, in Europe in the past two summers. He joined Borussia Dortmund in 2022. And teams like Barcelona have shown interest in him. In fact, Barcelona seem to be seriously interested in him. So is Liverpool. But now Manchester United are believed to be almost leading the race to sign him. This 25-year-old, who is partly ambidextrous, plays with both his left and his right. Of course, he's mostly left-footed, but his right foot is as well quite balanced. And one thing I've seen about his game is his game reading. He blocks shots, he falls into passes, but also has a good scanning. It looks like he can play comfortably in the middle. But that's the thing, when you recall that he's Germany, he's from Germany, you will understand why he has that scanning about him. I think German players are programmed to have that scanning about them. That's why perhaps Amorim likes quite a few of them in his team, because even now reports link him to Angelo Stiller as one of the midfielders they're prioritizing, because it doesn't, because if you scan a lot and you're comfortable scanning, you're not prone to making so many errors. I think Amorim doesn't want that. In the Premier League, one small error is going to get you punished. So Nico Schlotterbeck is, uh, is the guy now who they say United are considering ahead of a Jared Branthwaite, who Everton refused to sell to Man United, or they were asking for too much. You remember when Eric Ten Hag was still the boss. So Schlotterbeck, I think, is a player we can focus on. He's 25. You realize that this is the age that I think most of the Man United signings around at around the likes of Mbumo, the likes of Cunha, and now they talk of a loan move for another 25, 26-year-old in the former Chelsea, a guy that is Conor Gallagher. This is the age that you think Amorim feels is mature enough to come and fit into his team because he doesn't have a lot of time to evolve players who are going to compete. So Schlotterbeck is now seriously considered, but there could be a bidding war. And the reason why this bidding war might be a serious one is because the fee that Borussia Dortmund would ask for is not so scary for most of these European clubs or giants who will certainly be desperate for a centre back. Because his transfer market value is about 40 million euros, but Borussia Dortmund might want to hike it a bit to about 60, and maybe have a button of about 50 or 45 million euros or thereabout, which money you feel most of the clubs in Europe should be able to afford if they indeed feel they need a player in his prime age. So Schlotterbeck is a player you'd want to watch out for and see what plan United has for that department. It looks obvious that, of course, the midfield is where they're prioritizing, and a bit of other areas, but the defense as well is not fully settled. Yes, Mathis Tillit is there, perhaps the main guy, but Maguire is bound to leave. There needs to be a bit of more solutions in the defense, and certainly this group of lads is proper aware of it. So that's what's happening with United and the current situation with the transfers. So let's give it a bit of time to see how this story develops. But it is clear that it is now it is now the mood. The team is in the mood for recruitments to be put in place, to be organized, and perhaps try and see what exactly Manchester United will be able to pull off in the January window, but also the summer. It's not that all these players that are with Man United are going to be signed in January. I think there's quite, a bit of a bit of time to prepare. You want to get into the window with a proper plan. I like how Man United dealt in the summer. You saw that they had put in place a plan in time, and they executed and stuck to it. At times we were worried before. We are making panic buys. We are signing players without a proper direction. But now there seems to be a clear direction on which kind of players they want, the profiles. So if they have listed them, and Schlotterbeck is up there on the list. So you get a sense that they will certainly won't be afraid to go into that bidding war, and at the right time. Again, it's one thing to go into a bidding war for a player, but the timing is everything. Timing matters a lot. So I think this January, guys, don't you be surprised if Man United move in January and go all out to try and make some marquee signings. Well, some may not be able to come through, but they will attempt to, I think, make a marquee signing go to, because historically, I think this is what United does. Players, if you talk about defenders, but Nemanja Vidic was signed in January, so I think Schlotterbeck could be on his way to becoming the next Vidic, Nemanja Vidic, if United indeed go on and expedite the move for a centre back, despite already having quite a number in Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, De Ligt, then Maguire and Lenny Yoro, and of course Yunus Al-Mazraoui, who clearly you see miss a strong name to partner De Ligt. Luke Shaw, the jury is still out there for some. People are not quite convinced that he's back to his little best or to his Luke Shaw best. People feel perhaps he will never even get back there. There are so many of you who feel he should even be leaving. So I think for me, this move is good because we see the issues United have defensively. If you can bolster the backline, I'm certain it will only help the team to even look better, because again, it looks so ugly how many goals United concede lately. It's quite not where I want to be. And historically, United is always known for having some of the best, if not the best, Premier League or around Europe. So you want to go back to that. You can't go away from these mediocre centre backs that have come in there to hold the fort, but not quite hitting it at the level of Manchester United. So you can go and watch videos of that guy and see. I like his he's a smart player. His game reading is good. His scanning, his vision, and of course the ability to use both legs. His passing range is good, and these are the players that Amorim would want. Players who can really play and pass the ball and dictate play and direction of the game from behind. The more you've got good players in the back, the easier it is for you to organize the team up front, but also the easier it is for you to avoid conceding so many goals, because you've got smart players who know which direction of flow, but also can communicate and keep the team in shape. Keep yourself in shape with the internet by learning how to earn from it, making use of that number. Web Daniel is my name. Peace, love.